All right, all right. We live once again, general with the general. You already know what time it is. Fire commentary, analysis, dialogue on what's going on over there in the Middle East. I know y'all in love with Iran. I know you is out there. You know you got your incense, your prayer rugs, your bean pies. You love them, but things ain't going so well over there in Tehran. You see, and so we're gonna talk about it, family. Before we get started, make sure you click that link at the top of the chat. Get on over there to my Patreon. We got some 5 videos over there, 600 exclusive videos that you have not seen nowhere else on the planet. And you need it because it's fire. It's fire, family. The United States must resume military operations in Iran immediately. That's right. They're going to have to get back on their head. You see, they're going to have to get back on there. You cannot embolden a rotten jihadist. And all the other rotten jihadists over there. Empower them, embolden them. You see, to come out even more powerful over there in that region of the world. You know, and set everybody else up. Leave from over there after you done embolden. You understand? The Arab, the Persian, the Aryan, you see, to take over more control over in that area of the world, which includes Africa. You see, can't do that. Can't do that. Plus, they on you done started a war with a crazy ass group. I mean, just be real about it, man. Y'all niggas weak. You know, y'all weak. You see, we you know, I see the dominoes falling. Sometimes you just got to go on and you know and let the seven heads fight amongst themselves. You see, but it's really bothering some of y'all because you got a prayer rug somewhere. I know you. I know you. You in love with bean pies. You know you what they call them. You know you like them. You know you like to go get you some hummus. You know swarmers, whatever the fuck. You know you one of them niggas. You like lamb. You one of them niggas like to go down and get you some lamb. You know, you one of them niggas. So I see you niggas out here. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. You get your little lamb, you know, get your little incense, you know, get your little incense, get your little prayer rug, you know, go down there to the Muslim nigga, get your little incense, your little oils and shit, you know. You know, and assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, you know, and I know what the problem is. And you see the one thing about niggas in Islam, they don't never see Arab genocide. They don't never talk about the Arab Holocaust. They just start wanting to mention it when the Pan African community bust the history open on that. You see, bust the history open on that. Now everybody want because it's out and it's still kind of hush hush. And the crazy shit about it, man, you could go online right now today, man. I was seeing videos coming up out of Saudi Arabia. They, you know, they tricked them black people to go over there and work, take their passports, be on videos beating them. They had that one, I think she was Ethiopian or something, had the woman and took her pass, was over there beating her and shit on the videos. I say, man, what kind of niggas is y'all? You know, and they say, oh, Seti, y'all, you rooting for the imperialists. Which one? I'm not rooting for nobody. I'm just saying who gonna win, nigga. What's wrong with that? I'm just saying who gonna win. Basically, I got a better vision than you, nigga. You one of them niggas that ain't gonna do shit. That's all it is. You ain't got no militaristic skills, nigga. All you niggas do is use words, imperialist and all the comrade and shit, nigga. You ain't gonna whoop nothing. Nothing. Ain't whoop nothing. What victories do you have? At least the Haitians got a victory. What victories do you have against this imperialist regime? You ain't got no victories, nigga. Only thing you niggas do is bump gums. Nigga, you can't even change your own community around. Your sons and it have become in turn menaces to their own society. 3 generations, 4 generations of menaces. A perpetual cycle of menaces popping up in the community, look just like us, terrorizing community, robbing and stealing, and they talking about you niggas is imperialists. What the fuck is you talking about, you weak ass niggas? You an imperialist. You understand? Niggas always looking over here and looking over here and looking over here, but they never deal with it. Just like, again, so much shit going on in the community. You don't never hear niggas say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga won't say shit to none of that. So what's goddamn imperialist you talking about? The nigga imperialist? Yeah, I done pissed off a lot of niggas going against Iran. Yeah, because they go over there and get their meat. They go down there and get that old ass meat from them Iranians down there. Yeah, them niggas love that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just watching a video, and how ironic, because every time I do it's like I just watched this video with Dr. Clark when Dr. Clark was going in on Farrakhan, that one lecture, and he talked about that. He said that he said that he said that out of all, he said Farrakhan honored Gaddafi and this other political cat from Iran. He brought that shit up. He brought that shit up too. I said, oh. I say, now, why was the frequency there? I just saw you, and I know that speech, but I didn't remember when he said, oh, and he was talking about how the Gaddafi and these Iranian type of motherfuckers is using these niggas over here, funding these niggas. You understand? And what did Baba Clark call it? I forget what it reactionary Islam. But that's what he called reactionary Islam. Say nigga don't know nothing about revolutionary Islam. The African Islam. He's saying the African Islam. He's saying the Arab Islam, you have never seen a woman head of state. But in African Islam, you have seen women heads of state. And what else did he say? He said that they run the marketplace. You see, they run the marketplace, nigga. Everything that's going on in the marketplace, the African woman run it in West Africa. Yeah, Dr. Bob be breaking it down. He was busting his head, but he brought that up. And I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna see which one of them Iranians that nigga called. See, you hurt them niggas. See, when you see, but the Baba, he was like, when I'm in a frequency, information come to me. You know what I'm saying? And I say, damn, I just watched it yesterday. I say, I'm gonna go back and watch it again. And he said, yeah, Farrakhan gave homage to Gaddafi and this one cat from Iran. I say, oh, is Baba reaching out to me? And say, yeah, y'all niggas is what imperialist, nigga? You niggas in the hood, imperialists over their own family, killing and robbing and stealing, nigga, you niggas is imperialists. Boy, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. It really is. I don't give a damn about the United States jumping on Iran. I'm gonna be truthful. Now, if they was fighting some other, now I'm not going against my people. Now I'm not gonna do that. You ain't ever. I'm not going against my people. Now I got a lot of shit on there, but just because it's some damn Arabs, I don't give a damn. I'm not rooting for no, and I'm not rooting for nobody. It's almost like playing a damn video game to me. Do you see what I'm saying? And what's the name of this one? And I'm gonna tell you what I would do if I was in control. The United States must resume military operation on them Arabs over there in Iran immediately. A lot of people say they ain't Arabs, but I tell you what, if you put a turban on that motherfucker and put him on the camel, I bet you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Oh my God. Them ain't an Arab. That's what a lot of people say. Them ain't Arab. They're I say, okay, well, put a turban on that motherfucker and sit him on the camel. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here. That's a mug, you know what I'm saying? They, one come out of this cave and one come out this cave. They both cave dwellers. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. Both of them come out the cave. Maybe they come out, one come out the cave on the left, one come out the cave on the right, but goddamn it, they cave dweller. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so because it's time. It's time to go ahead and get it on. That's right. It's time to go ahead and get it on and get it over with. You see what I'm saying? And punish their ass. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Punish their ass. You can't ease up on. You can't ease up on. I'm showing you how they operate. You know what I'm saying? This is how they operate. Funding and just all of them. Funding, trying to get a stronghold in Africa. That's including Iran, including Saudi Arabia, including the United Arab Emirates, including Oman, including Kuwait, including Yemen. Yes, indeed, including Yemen, including Lebanon. I just seen a video the other day. They was talking about this one rich Lebanese that owned Nigeria. I didn't get a chance to watch it. They say this one rich Lebanese owned Nigeria. Man, listen here. So who funding them Muslims in the north? Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about your mind is weak. Your mind, your arms is too short to box with God. You don't know nothing. You know one part of the story, but it's damn near 20 parts of the story. You know one part of the story, nigga. I know the whole story. You see, I know the whole story, not parts of it, so I could see longer than you on the subject. You feel me? So niggas, they mad, because more than likely they Islamic oriented. They got some influence on, nigga, yeah, you got one of them rug burns on your forehead, nigga. That's what it is. But they're gonna have to get busy with them over there. I do know that. I do know that. And letting up on them and all that conniving talk and shit and that ain't gonna work. So it's time to go ahead and you got the blockade on. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and open back up. Get them damn, get them B2s back over there on their ass and shit. Because they ain't trying to do nothing but harm somebody else. They trying to harm somebody over. They gonna pay somebody to walk in and try to do some crazy shit to our people over here. So as far as I'm concerned, all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Go get their ass. Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too late to turn back now. It's too late. It's too late to turn. You done struck them hard and they're going to want vengeance. And so they say never leave an enemy behind. Because if you do, one day he'll rise up to strike you when you least expect it. You cannot leave a scarred enemy behind like that. That's ridiculous for you to believe that. So if anytime and it's that serious, I ain't gonna tell you. Don't say you heard it from me. But if he's that dangerous and he's scarred, and finish the job. Finish the job. You don't want to be out there with your family walking around one day and here come a wicked motherfucker out of nowhere. Catch you slipping. You see, and you are unable. You understand what I'm saying? You're unable to strike, you're unable. He caught you. You see, so if it's that serious, finish the job. I'll be black, family. We got one more for the night, family. Get over there to Patreon. To all my brothers out there, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. I know why you're mad at me, but you go somewhere and sit on down. You understand what I'm saying? Cause nigga, Your ass will be wrapped up in that prayer rug some damn way. I tell you that. All right, family. I'll see you in a minute. Black Power.